So everyone already knows about how fucked up the YouTube moderation system is and how it feels like it's getting worse and worse with YouTube relying more on AI and popularity to determine whether a channel should be allowed on YouTube. In addition, it feels like subcultures and communities have been getting increasingly more targeted on YouTube on platforms like TikTok, Reddit, Twitter, etc. Now, for those who saw the title or thumbnail and have no idea what's going on or who Odin Wolf is a furry content creator across multiple platforms and is known for his YouTube content when he started around 2018. In 2020, he created a channel named Naido Flow, an alt YouTube channel made for a much more adult side of YouTube that stayed within the community guidelines. Unfortunately, his Naido Flow account got suddenly terminated by YouTube as it stated he violated their sex and nudity policy. Which, as someone who watched nearly every single Naido Flow video, there was no porn at any point in the channel. The closest thing I can recall seeing in any of those videos was cropped GIF memes or thumbnails, which even that was not against those rules. I feel like those videos should have been just age restricted since he didn't show any genitals throughout any of the videos. But the thing is, his videos were all age restricted to begin with, and I believe since he is pretty responsible with, age and all that kind of thing. Like, he pretty much age restricts stuff. With his Discord server, he makes it so you verify your age to go inside of it. So, yeah, he's being pretty responsible. So, he's being responsible here. And yeah, like, going on with that, he's made videos reviewing sex toys, which is fine. There's nothing against showing, a dildo on fucking YouTube if it's age restricted. It's only going to be adults that are seeing it, or at least people who are registered as adults, Like, that's the whole reason of age restricting a video. It's for adults only. Like, there should be no other thing. There's nothing sexually gratifying, literally just showing off a fucking dildo. And if you can somehow get off to somebody showing off their dildo, then, wow, I mean, good for you. I mean, I ain't going to judge, but, like, goddamn, that's interesting, I guess. But, it doesn't make any sense. There's really nothing sexually gratifying about Naido's YouTube content. Like, most of the stuff on his channel is either making fun of sex in like a nice way, like not actually making fun of it in like a shitty way, just like kind of openly talking about it, which is pretty normal. Sex is normal. Most people like it. Yes, there's exceptions, like there's asexual, aro ace, all that. Yes, there's exceptions, but most people like sex, and I don't know why that's like a huge issue that people just don't want to talk about it, and they find it that it's this horrible thing. And it's ironic because YouTube allows these horrible people to make content, freely on the platform, which they've had so much evidence that they've done like these horrible things. Not to say any names, but I feel like this is the same issue within the ASMR community, at least within this area. I listen to ASMR pretty regularly, and I find it... I feel like this is the same issue with the ASMR community, at least within this area. I listen to ASMR pretty regularly. Now, there are some ASMR creators that will get demonetized or banned or striked, whatever, for just being a girl, just being a female, making ASMR content, doing what they love. They're just making sounds into a microphone, and that will get them in trouble. It doesn't fucking matter why. It's just because they are a girl. Now, it's because of the stigma that's come with it. Same thing with furries. And, like, it's this stigma that goes on where it just does make any sense to me. And, like, it's ironic because YouTube will allow the most sexual, uncomfortable, raunchy videos to stay on the platform that get millions of views with no age restriction at all. So you know for a fact that there are kids getting this recommended in their videos, or at least people who are very much under the age of 18 that are getting these videos recommended to, which is not okay. And it's definitely not okay if one of the videos has a fucking title like, "You feel Monty's vibrations spicy, fluff, Monty X flustered listener, hashtag security breach, hashtag ASMR. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, I get that YouTube staff cannot moderate every single video on the platform that's uploaded every single day because there's literally millions of videos uploaded every single day, every single hour, etc. But I just think that banning a creator because of a bot, potentially flagging it by accident, and then using bots as the only real way to make it appeal for smaller creators, like below like 1 million subscribers, it just feels pointless in the end. Like, why even have a appeal button in the first place? It just doesn't make much sense to me. And it's quite unfortunate that it's coming to that point. Now it literally just fucks over all the smaller creators in the long run. Now, it has been shown that YouTube will cater to channels that are much bigger in terms of subscribers and views because they know they get paid more for ad revenue and shit like that when they make more views and stuff like that. But since Naido's channel has already been, like age restricted, demonetized, all that shit, they're not really making anything from that. So, and it's only had like 40,000 subscribers, something like that, last I remember. So that just does nothing for them. So they're like, well, okay, it got flagged. Let's just ban it. And it's furry, so let's ban that as well, Like, it doesn't make any sense to me why that would even be the case at all. But I'll touch more on that a little later in the video. But you kind of get the point. And if you've seen any of Naido's videos, you should know that he does talk about sex pretty openly. But again, that's perfectly fine. But according to YouTube, it wasn't, and his channel was taken down. I was pretty upset personally. Like, when I first found out, I was pretty sad because I enjoyed that channel a lot. It was quite nice. Like, I don't know, it was just a pretty nice channel. It was funny. It's just nice shit going on. I don't know. But he made a post later saying how unfair it was that his channel got terminated and the appeal was rejected and shit. Which again, most likely by bots because bots are the only kind of appeal system we really have for YouTube, which is stupid, but whatever. Now, the main thing that Odin lost from that second channel was the videos and the subscribers he made from it. So it's not a terrible loss. Sure, it's unfortunate because that's an art he created. He put time and effort into those videos. He did it for fun, but he also did it just because it was art he wanted to create. He wanted to be more open about himself rather than going from either, making age, good content for minors and adults and not, just that and just porn. I think he wanted to be able to talk about sex, but not have to be explicitly just, oh, I'm gonna fuck this guy in the ass and show you how I think. That ain't gonna work. But yeah, it was just an art he created, and it was unfortunate that it got taken down in the long run. Now, that was kind of it until a few days ago, where out of the blue, his channel got banned. No warning, no strike, nothing, just fucking deleted. And I can't even imagine how alarming that had to have been for Odin, because that is his main source of income. That's his job. That's how he can afford the things he does. He has other ways of making a little money on the side, but I'm not going to say here because YouTube, but probably isn't much from what I see, at least compared to what he makes from YouTube. Now, it wasn't the ad revenue on YouTube that kind of kept him going. It was his ability to plug his Patreon. Now, he was able to fund more videos and give his viewers an opportunity to get cool perks on top of joining his Discord, where they could play games and chat and, just have fun, just do whatever with Odin and kind of get cool stickers in the mail if you liked. It was all pretty nice. You have to be $10 or more to get those specific perks, but I think there's other perks as well. But it was all really nice, and that was a great way for Odin to be able to have a guaranteed income while still making videos that he wanted to make and have fun with making. So even if a video did poorly, sure, it'd be upsetting numbers-wise, but at the very least, he still has those patrons that give him their subscription money and all that. It was a pretty good way for him to have that set income, at least mostly. But he still needed to create those videos so he was able to continuously pump out that Patreon so more people could subscribe to him. Because, shit happens. Sometimes people have to unsubscribe from you and, all that other shit just because, just stuff happens. And it's unfortunate. Yeah, it's there's people that, they have to make car payments, or they have family issues, or they had a tornado hit their house or something, and they have to figure out something there. Stuff happens, and or sometimes people are like, "Hey, I liked hanging out with y'all, but I just don't see this being what I want to subscribe to anymore." It happens, and Odin just kind of needs to keep that going for him to have a good enough income, especially in this fucking economy. Goddamn. But it's very upsetting that this happened, because I've been a huge fan of his content since, I don't know, late 2019. I started watching Furry videos. Yeah, I want to say about November 2019. So literally, what, 4 years ago? Yeah, about 4 years ago. And his videos were literally what got me into the furry fandom to begin with. Like, I just randomly got one of his videos recommended to me, and I'm like, huh, this is interesting. I'm gonna watch it. And I stayed up like, what, 2-3 nights in a row just watching nothing but fucking furry content, mainly his channel, but mostly furry content from Majira, Fluke, and Odin. I don't really watch Majira or Fluke anymore, but that's like a story for another day. But like, every time I saw him in his videos mention his Patreon, I was thinking, man, I want to support him, because he seems really cool. He's funny, and I just like his content, like, really. And I thought for the longest time, like, man, I really want to support him. I want to subscribe to his Patreon. I want to, make it so he's able to continue to do this stuff. And literally, when I turned 18, I said, well, I have a good enough job to be able to afford it. It won't be like a super high subscription, but hey, it's still something. So, yeah, like, when I turned 18, I, signed up for his Patreon and went his Discord server. But that's beside the point. It's just, he needs YouTube, and the fact that this happened is super, super sad. He's a really good person. He makes good content, on all sides of the spectrum, like, family friendly or whatever, universally friendly / adult side of stuff. I love all of it. Sorry if this is a little like all over the place. I'm kind of just ranting a little bit. I'm going off like a light script, but at the same time, I'm pretty upset about it. I was meaning to make this video a while ago. It just didn't get to it until now. But if you are a furry who has watched his content, and you have, like, you're financially stable, of course, but I would suggest, joining his Patreon or doing something to kind of like support him, say, hey, we're here for you, something like that, just to kind of be there for him. Like, the main one at the moment, I'd say, though, aside from the Patreon, is getting YouTube's attention on Twitter, or X, if that's what you're going to call it, but I refuse to actually call it X. But yeah, like, I mean, Team YouTube said that, oh, we're working on it, we'll figure something out, but they already rejected his appeal for both Naido and Odin. So I don't know how that's going to work exactly. Like, I don't know if they're just, because that clearly means it was a bot that rejected it, if they are actually working on it on Team YouTube's side. I don't know how that works. I've never really dealt with that. I've never dealt with Team YouTube, but that's neither here nor there. Just like at them, say, hey, like, this guy got, like, Odin / Naido got banned unfairly. Could you, like, look into it more or something along those lines? Just, we need to give him the support he needs, because this is very unfair that it happened in the first place. Now I'm going to move on to a topic that caught my attention and concerned me and disgusted me. It was, when I read it, I didn't believe it was true, because it was a situation I thought was long dealt with, but I guess it wasn't, because it's kind of tying into it. Now, I've seen some hateful videos of many content creators from all across the spectrum, not just furries, but Odin definitely is no exception. I've seen some videos of him that are just like compilations of, him just saying like shitty things. Like, you realize we're like all not perfect, right? Like, that's something I don't understand. Like, why would you make a video about somebody, like, just pointing out their flaws, but like not actually showing them as a person? I don't know. I don't really know. I've never like really talked to him, so maybe that's part of it. But I just truly believe that's not like how he really is, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, people were making videos and shit about him, which was pretty bad. But what I'm getting into is so much fucking worse. I can't think about how long ago it was, but Odin posted a video about like topics about some, I think it was vor or something, and he had a bunch of artworks featured based on the topics he was covering. Now he asked for permission from the commissioners and all that. Said, hey, is it okay? And all of them said yes. So they featured those artworks. Now apparently one of the artists for one of the videos that showed up for like 3 seconds copyright claimed the video and deleted it, and that gave him a strike on his channel. So it was a problem. He made a video about it later, and it was upsetting, rightfully so. I mean, getting a strike isn't fun, but there was a better way they could have handled it, where they could have just asked him to remove that segment of the video or just remove the artwork shown. Like, there's a much nicer way of doing it rather than just saying, hi, fuck you, I'm going to delete your video that you worked like hard on and all that. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning that in the first place is because the same fucking person was found to make the same person was found making some really awful comments about Odin in his current situation in a Telegram group chat. I'm not going to show any of the screenshots or give any names to avoid any possible attacks from them. But just the fact that there's fucking people who say these things and act the way they do and think it's okay is the most disgusting thing I've ever fucking heard of done to a fucking content creator. Like, what? Like, if you're that fucking self-centered and filled with the hate that you have to attack and kick a content creator while they are at their lowest point in their life, you do not in any way, shape, or form deserve to be in the fandom or receiving any financial support from commissions or whatever the fuck you do. It is unbelievable that there are people who actually believe the way they think and think it's okay. It's very disappointing to know that within a fandom that's so inclusive and accepting of everyone, that there are still some people here that are just so hateful and so horrible to others just for being who they are. Now, I don't want this video to get too long and boring because, I just don't want this video to be ridiculously long. But the last thing I really wanted to talk about is the potential for furry content creators being targeted by hate groups or even YouTube moderators. Now, furries have been very prone to hate. We've all seen it. Furries kind of are the punching bag of the internet. Now, I've seen some furry YouTubers getting banned for no reason when they literally have like no NSFW content. And, some have, like, kink adjacent videos, but, like, they're not actually fetish related stuff. Like, they're just kind of, hi, I'm just, like, there's one channel, I can't think of the name, but they had, like, inflation content, but it wasn't, like, sexual, and it was within their fursuit. Like, I personally don't see that as sexual, but I guess someone else did, and maybe that's why, like, their channel got taken down. But it's back up now. I still don't remember the name, though. But there's other creators that would get their channels taken down, like ASMR channels as well. But the person that brought this attention to Odin and myself and probably a few others was a Twitter user in Odin's DMs that claimed that their ASMR furry channel got deleted for the same reasons as Naido's, for, sex and nudity violations, which brings back my issue of the potential for certain groups of people who don't understand furry content or ASMR content to report it because it feels sexual to them, or that's the stigma they came to know it by. And that could be possible that the group chat that are hating on Odin could be mass reporting him to fuck with them, but we really don't know that for sure. I hope this doesn't become the case, but if we see more bigger content creators like Fluke Husky or Majira Strawberry or I don't know if Glitch makes any more content, or Beta, like if stuff like, those bigger content creators, if they get strikes or bans, then we will know that it's probably getting mass reported. But if it's just Odin or like, the smaller ones, then it could straight up be that group or somebody that just has something really against these people or Odin specifically, which still is not okay when you're literally taking away somebody's job just because you don't like them over a situation that A, you could have handled much better, and B, like, I don't even know. It's so bad. It's so, I can't. I don't even have any words. Like, I've had to, like, really think just how would I even say anything about this, because I didn't feel like being on Twitter to rant about this. I'd rather just make this a whole video and put it on my alt channel just because. But I just needed to get the word out. And just let it be known that what's going on with Odin's channels, and it really needs to be fixed because it is super unfair of what's going on. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Whoever managed to get this far with my like little rant. I don't know. If you want to support Odin, I'll have a link to his Patreon in the description below. And yeah, just please, if you can, join his Patreon, show him support. I'm not gonna plug any of my shit, like, because I'm only doing this for Odin. I just want to make it known because I just don't think that having it on Twitter exclusively is going to make it known. Like, people are just gonna see, oh, Odin's channel's gone, huh? I wonder what happened. Especially when it's Odin's channel is like also watched by minors, so they're not gonna, or at least I think they're not gonna be on Naido's, Twitter because it is 18 plus. I don't think they're going to be on there saying, oh, shit, his channel got taken down, Like, they're just going to be confused. I feel like they should be, known that this stuff is happening and what is happening is super unfair and probably targeting either furries or just, LGBT creators as a whole. Now, I'm going to be straight up with you. Like, I'm a furry. I'm gay. Like, I've been pretty open and honest about it. I think we all should be pretty honest about that shit, and I'm happy for those who are, especially Odin. God, you've been out for like ever. Yeah, Odin. I doubt you're like watching this shit, but like, you've been like a very big inspiration for me, at least in some ways. But I'm not gonna carry this on any longer. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please, 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 if you can, at Team YouTube on Twitter. Make more videos talking about the situation, kind of get the word out, but don't just base what you know about the situation on my video because I don't want to be, incorrect about one tiny detail and it fucks like everyone's perception of the situation. So I would, if you're 18 or older, I would definitely go to Odin's channel, or not Odin's channel, but Odin's Twitter, like Naido's Twitter, and just kind of get like a better idea what the situation is. I kind of gave most of it, but if you had like an internet archive kind of deal and you could like look at the past videos somehow, then do that to get like a bigger opinion on the whole situation. Just, we need to support him. He doesn't deserve this, and yeah, again, join his Patreon if you can. Don't feel forced to or pressured. Just, if you're able to, please support him somehow, some way. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm gonna sign off. So see you guys. Bye.